Yo, welcome back to my motherfucking channel. How we living, man? Good morning. What do I want to speak about today? What was on my mind after I did my workout this morning? Well, I want to let European Americans know this, okay? You may not like it that I call you a European American. You may not like it. You may think that that's what makes me a racist person. I can give a fuck less way you feel about that. But I do want you to understand this, is that if you're not racist and you're offended by me calling you a European American, I'm telling you, I'm offended by you calling me an African American. I'm offended by that. So I'm not really caught up on I'm from Africa and you from America. I'm more caught up on one family comes before two. So regardless of where you from or where you live at, I'm knowing one family comes before two. So for 700 million families in the world, and I subtract 699 million of them, 999,999, I'm going to have one family left. With that said, I'm not really caught up on the European or African thing. But I'm saying if you're offended by being called a European, you should think twice about calling a person a black or an African. I'm brown, okay? My skin color is brown. My beard is black. My beard is gray. Got a little brown at the bottom here too. I love that shit. But you should look in the mirror and ask yourself, how do I feel about being called a European? And how would I feel about being called an African? If I'm knowing that that's supposed to be the politically correct thing to say, well, if that's a politically correct thing to say, well, then you would think European American, I'm just being politically correct. But for some reason, you find it offensive not to be called a white American or a white person. I don't give a fuck if you're from Germany. I could still call you a European. A person's like, well, no, they're German. I'd be like, whatever you want to call a white person, whatever you want to call a Caucasian person, I'm saying all of y'all the same. It doesn't matter what fucking country you live in. I'm a brown person. It doesn't matter if I'm over here or if I'm in Africa or if I'm in Jamaica. I'm still a brown person. Just because my accent is different. That's like me sounding like I sound and a nigga from down south sounding the way he sounds. And a motherfucking nigga from Boston sounding the way he sounds. And a nigga from California sounding the way he sounds. It doesn't matter. I'm still a brown person. But with that said, the one thing that I don't do what savages do. Okay? I'll give you a perfect example. How do I know you're a fucking savage if you condone people like Donald Trump? How do I know you're a savage if you condone people like a 17-year-old shooter shooting black people, yada, yada, yada? How do I know this? Well, I'll give you an example. Does anybody remember Jeffrey Dahmer? He was a cannibal. He was eating black people, I think. He was eating people, okay? Charles Manson, serial killer. Everybody pretty much knows him in my generation, okay? All right. Now, let's say there was a cannibal right now in 2020 eating people, okay? And the cannibal, Hannibal Lecter, said to the people that was the victim and the people that did it, there's good people on both sides. Could you imagine Jeffrey Dahmer saying there's good people on both sides of that? So the person that was eating and the person that was eaten, there's good people on both sides of that? So the person that stopped them from eating and the person that was eating, there's good people on both sides of that? The serial killer. It's 2020. We got a serial killer. He's killing. Charles Manson says, you know, there's good people on both sides. So the person that's serial killing and the person that stops him, there's good people on both sides. So I'm knowing if you hold a Confederate flag and a noose and you vote for, or you not vote, fuck voting. I'm not talking about, not fuck voting, but forget that shit. Because that's all people, that's what Europeans do. They, oh, little fucking liberals. I'm like, it's goddamn not, that's what they want you to do, stupid. I know I shouldn't call you stupid because it shuts a person's brain down when you call them stupid. But it's like, it's so naive for you not to see that they're getting you to hate people based on liberal or Republican shit. But that's another point. But basically, anybody that says that there's good people on both sides, you don't have to tell me what side that you on. You know? So, for all the things that Louis Farrakhan may say, right? A white person, if I asked a European, hey, is Louis Farrakhan racist? Yeah. But why is he racist to you? You ain't heard what he said about the Jews? I'd be like, are you serious? So I'm saying, so you're basing it off the fact of what he said, right? So then if David Duke says this, and then Donald Trump says this, and then a senator from Mississippi says that, and they all sound the same, you would think if it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it acts and looks like a duck, it's a duck. You know, that's just, if it looks racist and acts racist and talks that way, it's a racist. So, the one thing that I try to show people that I do that's different from fucking savages is, I don't say kill nobody. I don't say kill Europeans. I don't get on my page and say, oh, go kill them. Oh, we need to kill these people. We need to kill these white people. No, I don't do that. Why? Because I'm knowing that killing somebody will never solve my problems. When I see a black dude get gunned down by the police, and I see another white dude do something worse than what he did in the same area, in the same situation or whatever, and he walks away scot-free, or he walks away with not a scratch on him, it's like, that infuriates me. It makes me think stupid ass thoughts. But I'm saying, I'm knowing those thoughts or whatever's going on inside of me will not solve the problem. But for some strange reason, savages believe that if we keep killing you, that's going to solve the problem. That it's never solved the problem. Black people killing black people in the hood. It has not stopped snitching. Black people killing black people in the hood. It has not stopped anything. White people hanging us from trees. It hasn't stopped us from doing anything. The black dude in Dallas a couple years ago, and he killed those 8 police officers. It didn't stop police officers from killing us. It didn't stop anything. It's basically saying my philosophy in life is you can catch a lot more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. So there's no way I'm knowing if I kill you or if I kill somebody that you love, that's not going to give you more ammunition to go do what you wanted to do in the first place. So as black people, we don't want to advocate kill white people. We don't want to advocate kill Europeans. We don't want to advocate killing Mexicans. We don't want to advocate killing nobody. Why? Because that's what they want us to do. So once they get that, then it's like, oh yeah, let's get the Civil War. Civil war. Oh, it's going to be a civil war. I can't wait for this civil war. Really? What about your grandmama? Can she wait for it? What about your aunties? Can they wait for it? What about your nieces and your nephews? Can they wait for it? And then what's so crazy about European and fucking savages is, where the fuck we gonna fight this civil war at? In the middle of Kentucky and downtown Louisville? Where are you gonna fight? In the middle of major cities? Where you gonna fight this fucking war at? And then how are you gonna travel there? Really? Are y'all fucking ignorant? Like I said, I shouldn't call y'all ignorant because it'll shut your brain down. But my point is, I don't advocate that shit. I may call y'all savages. I may call y'all Europeans. But I don't want y'all to die. I want y'all to realize. I don't want you to die. I want you to realize. And I want you to realize that we're all in this together. And just because the rich and the powerful keep your mind in their pocket, they keep your mind in their pocket to get you to stay divided so they can stay in power. So you don't notice how one side always blames the other? And when they get you to say this word liberal, or when they get you to say this word conservative, they keep you divided. All you got to do is see it for what it really is. Do black people want a handout? No. Do black people want anything from white people? No. We don't want nothing from y'all. Nothing at all. I don't. I'm working a job right now. I don't want nothing from you. I want my own business. I don't want nothing from you. I want my son to have his own business. I don't want him to want nothing from you. So you may look at my wall and say, he's distraught. He's not in his right frame of mind. Look how he keeps talking about us. Look how he keeps calling us Europeans. You keep calling us Africans. It's on every application that you fill out. Now, if I see European, American, or European on an application, on every single application, it might be different. But if I see white, Hispanic, and African American on the application, I'm knowing things have not really changed in our country. Have not changed in the world. So, my point to this is that you don't want to advocate killing people, because advocating that, and even playing game, like there's this guy on my friends list that he keeps playing about this 17-year-old dude. Oh man, he's the greatest thing ever. And maybe he's not saying that, but that's what they're doing. It's like this dude is the hero. He's a hero because he killed people protesting. And regardless of how they was doing it, he took a gun to a fist fight. So you can say things like, well, they say it was stupid for the guy. Here's what he posted. It was stupid for the guy. He posted, they say it was stupid for a 17-year-old to be walking around with a gun. But it's not stupid for you to walk up on a guy walk up on a 17-year-old with a gun. I'd be like, what, nigga? Are you playing around with this shit? It's like, are you stupid? Like I said, I can't call you stupid because it'll shut your brain down. You'll be defensive. But anyway, man, long story short, man, I just don't believe, just because you don't like something or agree with it, that you should advocate death. I don't want Donald Trump to die. I don't want David Duke to die. I want us to realize, okay, that we're all in this together. And maybe one day we will. But until then, we just got to keep on moving forward, and we got to keep fighting the good fight. And that's for all of us just to live. To live and let live. So with that said, man, I hope everybody has a good day. And try not to advocate to kill people, and try to help each other out. All right, man. Always peace. Always home and love with me, man.